I'm joined in the studio for the second time in her career, and what a career it is, by Amy Winehouse.
Hello.
You came back, that's the important thing.
I did.
Hey, how you going? You all right?
Yes. Yes, I'm fine. How are you?
Oh, yeah. I'm 44, I weigh 21 stone.
Okay.
That's my standard answer now. Every day's a bonus. So, hey, this album's not too shabby. Well done.
Thank you very much. I worked very hard on it.
You met, what was it? You worked with the American fella you worked with on it. You went over and worked with
Mark Ronson.
How was he?
He was great. He was great, actually. We kind of just clicked straight away, like personality-wise, music-wise. It worked, yeah.
And it must be quite a daunting thing when you go over and meet someone, especially someone in music, if you admire them. Because I've done it where I've met people and they have turned out to be jackasses, I'll be honest with you. But when it must be great when you meet and bang, it all just happens.
Yeah, I mean, I knew what he'd done, but for some reason I pictured him to be like a Tim Westwood kind of fella, like big dog, yeah, like
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but I've met him, and when I saw him, I was like, oh, the student, like I thought it was the engineer. I was like, the engineer is cute, and he was like, hi, I'm Mark. I was like, no, he's just really cool, you know, he's really down to earth, really lovely fella.
This is it. Were there particular tracks on the album you thought you wanted to work with him on, or did he kind of hear everything? And because I know you wrote
a lot there. To be honest, I wrote a lot while I was there. Like I wrote pretty much everything while I was there. There wasn't stuff that I went out with already. I'm just trying to think. Oh, apart from there was one track, "Wake Up Alone," that I'd already written.
Yeah.
So yeah, I wrote it there.
It's it's such a shift in tone from the debut album. Was that always your intention to kind of, or did it just happen quite organically? That
it happened. It just happened because I stopped listening to jazz, and I just was listening to a lot of 60s and girl groups, kind of Motown stuff.
Which it's an astonishing sound, you know.
Thanks.
And it's when I heard Rehab. It was one of those because I always hear record, quite often hear records the first time when I'm driving back in the motor from here, and I did go, Harry, turn the radio up, mate. What's this? As soon as it's like the first few notes,
yeah. Because
it was that I could tell vaguely from the production it was contemporary, but then your voice, dude, you sound like you were born in 1937 and you just kind of hit your stride in the 40s. Cool. It's a great voice, Amy.
Thanks.
No messing around, lady. Well, when you kind of, you know, when you realise that the tool that you've got, you're able to use it sort of in that style. It must open up a world of songwriting possibilities for you.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, it's good. It's good for gigs as well. Like I did that Weller thing the other night.
Nice turn. Well done.
And it's kind of good because you can pretty much, you know, if someone wants to sing with you, if you can sing, it makes it easier for the other person. Like, what key do you sing in? I'm like, any key. I mean, my key more or less is my bass player told me what it was, D minor, right?
Yeah. But
you can pretty much say, you know, you can pretty much sing any key if you can sing.
Yeah. So what was because that show was really, really fantastic. What was it? You must have met Paul before, surely?
No. But we spoke a few times on the phone, obviously, to sort out what tracks we were going to do, yeah. But I'd never met him prior to that.
Yeah. How did you find him?
He's lovely. He's really nice. I think someone told me he's really grumpy, and I was like, no.
No, he's not.
You're an idiot. Yeah.
I've heard the grumpy story, and I never find him so. That Roundhouse is pretty. You suit that room as well. I have to say that the Roundhouse, it
looks good now, doesn't it?
Very, very lovely. Very, very lovely.
It's somewhere that you just like when you played it, you're like, I've played the Roundhouse.
But it is one of those. I mean, it's good. It's one of those gigs that I remember from when I was a kid, and you, child woman. I mean, God, it must have. I'm trying to think if I ever went there before you were born. I certainly walked past it. Anyway, you picked some specials for us. Why?
I love the specials, and I want to do a specials cover album. Actually, I've started recording tracks for it.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's going to be really good.
What have you done so far?
Okay, I've done Message to Rudy.
Oh!
You're wondering now. Monkey Man.
You know what? You've got me something now, and I'm more excited about the forthcoming than the new. Let me just focus on Back to Black before I start thinking about Amy Winehouse sings the specials. Amy Winehouse, off on a UK tour yourself, if I may. Gently tiptoe through the dates, which I have here in front of me. On the 14th, Coco in London. Have you been there yet?
Yeah,
because that's just down the road from where you live, isn't it?
Yeah, I love it. It's really weird being backstage without being really drunk. Do you know what I mean? And do you know what I mean? Like being completely off the nut. You know, because your work, it's just weird. It's weird playing there as opposed to like
just
stumbling around,
hanging about and bumping into people and starting fights.